Okay guys, I've got another video for you to check out here. I hate to say it, but I like Cherry's book more than Ducan. The Worship Architect was practical with a capital P, which I love. I'm not much of a philosopher, so it was great to get lots of practical ideas. Cherry obviously isn't an Adventist. Toward the beginning of the book, it was kind of bothersome to me about how she explained why she felt early believers started worshiping on Sunday, which she referred to as the Lord's Day. Once again, no surprises, how she brings in the reason is because Jesus' resurrection. Well, we all know texts like Matthew 12:8, Mark 2:28, and Luke 6:5, which very plainly says that Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath. Whenever Sabbath's mentioned in the scriptures, it's talking about the Jewish Sabbath, Saturday. Thus, the Lord's Day is really Saturday, not Sunday. Anyway, guys, I know I'm speaking to the choir here, but I just wanted to mention how annoying her Sunday Lord's Day comments were. I'm sure you probably felt the same way. In chapter 9, she talks about prayer, and man, does she ever list a lot of options. We're talking corporate prayer, multi-directional prayer, laments, very rarely used today, silent prayer, written prayer, spontaneous prayer, the Korean prayer, Tangsan-kido, Trinitarian style, formational style, prayer of intercession, prayer of invocation, prayer of confession, prayer of illumination. Wow, the interesting thing about this is Cherry suggests that many of these prayers are essential and should show up in our liturgy like every week. It got me thinking, I just don't think there's adequate time to do all those prayers, or even a portion of those prayers. Anyway, I appreciated the laundry list of options, and I also enjoyed her practical tips on public speaking the prayers. This is something we can share with volunteers who do the scripture reading. Again, practicality. I love it. Another chapter I found intriguing was chapter 12. This is where she talks about the Christian year. I don't know about you guys, but this was something I knew very little about. Of course, in our wonderful Adventist church, we aren't arbitrarily told from the GC what we need to preach from our pulpits each week. We're left to decide for ourselves what's important to address in our local context. While I know Cherry gives us several benefits for using the Christian year, I just feel things would get pretty predictable if this method was used year after year. I personally prefer doing message series because people seem to really resonate with this. There's no end to the creativity of different series that we can do. The Christian year just seems to be a little too scripted for my liking. But you know, maybe that's the question I will pose to you. What is your opinion about the Christian year format? Do you think it's something that would work in a SDA context? Why or why not? Looking forward to hearing your answers. Well, colleagues, this is Dauncey, signing off from Langley, British Columbia.